Thank you. I'm going to take that. I haven't been taking the first question all the time, but I am on this one. So, pre-K is something that in our states everybody's talking about. And you mentioned this program, and some of you have Head Start, and there's different programs out there. And and having kids with that little bit of extra comfort with going to school or feeling confident that they can succeed when they walk in, even for kindergarten, can be a huge game changer. Can you, and Head Start is not funded out of this committee. It's out of the Education Committee. I realize that. But what has been your experience, because you talked about the FACE program, which is a little different because that involves parents, and you even have GED available and that. And I'd be interested in knowing kind of what's going on with the daycare situation, if you have a highly qualified daycare, if you're providing Head Start programming or that at the technical college. Because you've got me on the buildings. We're working on the buildings, and you know, when a child walks into a building, we say, here's your opportunity to build for your future, and the building's crumbling around them. We send them very mixed messages, and this is something that our committee is trying to address. But we also want to make sure that we have parents who are engaged in schools, and with the historic trauma that some parents still are facing with schools, I would think being engaged in a preschool setting might be a gentle way to kind of get them more engaged than just like first grade, hit the ground running, and this is what a school is. Could you maybe, because I'm going to talk to my counterpart, and she's interested in working more in Indian country. How well are your students prepared when they come? What can we do more of to make those first couple years successful so that they're excited about learning to read and to do math and engage their parents so that we retain them to graduate from high school and go on to the technical college and other colleges? Anybody can just...
At the Rayburn Alpha School Board, we have a Head Start program. And our Head Start program, we have there's a lot of parent participation. Parents come into the classroom. They have like a family style dinner or lunch or breakfast with their kids. So, and they interact with the kids. There's a lot of reading. There's a one-to-one. There's a lot of reading. Then the parents are also involved in this called a parent committee where they come together. It's like a school board, almost like a school board. So the parents come together and they're all serve on a committee. They all are involved in the education of their kids. And the kids do come, they ride on the bus, they come to school, they have teachers that they work closely with, and there's a lot of interaction, a lot of reading. This is where some of our kids learn how to read, learn how to cut papers, learn how to use a pencil, learn how to socialize. So there's a lot of parents involved, and even parents, we have parents that have, through the Head Start program, they've now become teachers. We have parents that have served on the parent committees that are now school board members, and that's one of those people. Oh. I used to work on I used to belong on the committee for the Head Start program, and now I'm a school board member. So it's not only the children, but it's also the parents too. We have parents that are now certified teachers.
That's exciting. Anybody else want to?
I appreciate the discussion, especially on our campus. We inherited an old fort. And so the Indians took over the fort here over in Bismarck, but we have our buildings are 108 years old, and so in our buildings, just regularly we have sewer pipes outside and conduit for electrical outside because those were added after the buildings were built.
Oh, sure.
For the time period. So that's happening. Also, is that we have Theodore Jamerson Elementary School on our campus, and they were identified by the Bureau of Indian Education as one of the 71 schools that were in need of rehabilitation. That the existing facilities had outlived their livelihood, or their for the time period. Just talk a little bit about daycare. Is that we are a North Dakota certified center, so all of our providers are required to have that certification. As a result of that certification, we're able to obtain state reimbursement to our students, so our college students. So their daycare is paid for as a student for the United Tribes Technical College. And then as far as the curriculum for the daycare students, is that teaching occurs there, and we have a established curriculum for those students or the babies that are being provided care to.
Well, we have to get the buildings right. We have to get the housing for teachers and the roads and all of that right. That's all integrated. But this is my chance to take your voice and lobby for some more. It's frustrating to me when I hear everybody talk about pre-K, and there's so much need in Indian education, and you're here advocating for what is traditionally in our bill. But I also know what happens before that student shows up for the first day of quote-unquote K through 12 is critically important to the student. So you wanted to add something?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I am the president of the DGSA Association, but I'm also a school board member for the Rayburn Alpha School Board. And for our facility, we would like to see more teacher training, more assistance in regards to consultants. Right now we have a math consultant that comes to our school maybe once a week, and they work with the teachers in providing strategies and recommendations and guidance, I guess, in teaching our students at the lower level 3 to 5 with how to learn math. And it's all hands-on, fun and games, and that's the way the students learn. So if we could have more money in areas for consultants, for teachers, to get that training, then we can, enhance those areas, reading, math, science, even science at the lower level would be great. But sometimes we just don't have that money. And then with Head Start, there's all these restrictions like administrative costs. You can only get so much %, and you can't cram everything in there. So, the director can only do, so much with, that amount of money. So,
I'll let you have the last word before I turn it over to my colleague.
Okay. I just want to acknowledge the trauma comment, the comment that you made about the healing, and reiterate what everyone has said, that it starts at that pre-K level. And so Head Start and early learning, investing in Head Start early learning programs, not just on our tribal communities, but in our large urban areas that are serving high Native populated.
True, yeah.
Those students go on to public school, but we don't have Head Start early learning opportunities for those Native students who live in Denver and Phoenix and Albuquerque. You have to live outside of the area, outside of that region or that city area. And then to follow up on the teacher training, it's not just teacher training opportunities, it's providing opportunities to tribal colleges to certify language and culture teachers. Yes. So that they're going into our Head Start early learning opportunities, those programs at the lower level, at the community education-based level as well. So,
well said.
Thank you.
Mr. Amade, do you have any thoughts?
No, Madam Chair, I'm going to, I thought you meant questions. I've got some thoughts. I used to. Just out of curiosity, Madam Vice President Coho, when did you say in your testimony when your gym was built?
Our gym was built in 1976.
Okay. And does the
No,
committee
74. It was in the early 1970s.
Does the committee have any photos of any of your buildings?
Yes, we do.
Okay. If you could provide them at some point in time, if that's okay, that'd be great.
Yes, I will.
Thank
I
you.
will give you those.
I yield back.
I can show you lots of photos of schools. We have to figure this out.
I would like to see photos of the gym.
We have to
As a
figure this out.
frustrated basketball player.
Well, we Pine Hill School.
Here they come.
A state tournament, or having the state tournament. And if you were to come to visit our gymnasium, I think you'll be very, very surprised. I don't know if you want to even stand in there for a minute, but right now they're going to cover it. They have our facility maintenance guys are going to be covering the ceiling so that they can have this tournament.
Covering a problem does not fix a problem.
Yes.
I would like to thank you all for your testimony. I have your full testimony in the book, and thank you for educating the next generation, not only for your communities, but for our country at large. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll have our third panel come forward. Pretty shocking what those buildings look like, isn't it, Mark? Gerald Secchi, Tribal Chairman, Red Lake Band of Chippewa Indians. Aaron Payment, Chairperson, Sault Ste. Marie, Tribe of Chippewa Indians. The Vice Chair of Standing Rock, Sioux Tribe. Chairman? Zeke. Did I say it wrong? I'm sorry. And Jason Schellander. Everybody here?
Good.
Before the Red Lake Chairman starts off, I'm noticing more and more people asking for the program that you're going to be talking about in all their testimony, more funding for Tuahi and wanting to see more of it. So congratulations on all the hard work the tribe did putting that program together. Sir,
Good.
would you
Thank
read
you.
it out?